Blue Lagoon in a red infested ocean. Welcome everybody. I know we usually just like to start on time, but because people are going to Zoom still, they're still fairly new, and we just don't want them to miss anything. Zahra from USA, welcome, welcome. Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, awesome. Shamila, welcome, welcome. Renee from Taiwan, awesome. Good stuff. Singapore's in the house. Pamela, beautiful. Beautiful. Good morning to you, Renee. It's evening here. We got lots of countries on, lots of countries on. So next thing for me, we're learning this thing a little bit at a time. The next thing for me is to figure out how we can get a second speaker on at the same time. We can do interviews and do a lot of cool stuff. We do have a lot of people in our business that have done really, really well, and I think start doing things interview style would be very, very helpful to the new people. I mean, it's a lot to say. Let me turn this thing down so we can start having a chat here. It's a lot to say, guys. I mean, it's kind of a humbling experience. I've been doing this for 32 years. I'm still a distributor at heart, soldier. And, you sit down in 2005 and you have some grievances with the industry. You guys know the story. I built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses for somebody else, and all 4 times just taken away from me. So I knew the problem. I was the expert for comp plan of the industry. Nobody would take my ideas because it was too expensive for the corporation. So then that was where I had to launch my own company. I remember exactly, it was April 4th, 2005, when we did that incorporation, and sat down in a desk like this in my home office and wrote for about 30 hours doing the best. I'd written comp plans for the companies at the time. I did the best, everything I knew into our comp plan, and did the best comp plan the world has ever seen. And here we are, 16 years later. Let that sink in for a bit. So imagine 16 years ago, I sit down in an empty house. It was a big 5,000 square feet home, and I'm there. And I'm so fed up with the whole industry that I decided, because I want to fork, right? I had some great opportunities to go start running corporation for other people or start my own company. I've decided to do that. I think Reza was one of the reasons. And he says, "Oh, Remy, you're so good at this. Why don't you just start your own business? So why don't you start your own company?" And I remember Suzanne Robinson, she told me years ago, she's a real estate broker. She's Romanian, we follow you. You've made so much money for everybody else. Why don't you start your own company and we'll all follow you, we'll support it. And so anyways, in 2005, I started. And, once now 30 hours later, you got a bunch of circles on the paper like this, and just the whole table was full of papers. And now you finally think you got the right, you still don't have a product, you don't have a website, and you just got a concept. Then you go back to your list and start making calls, and you tell people what your plans, what you intend to do. And so imagine that's you, right? Maybe that's you now. When you come in, Hypo, when you come in into Opulence now, you got your business. Now, of course, it's a beautiful company. 16 years later, we got multi-million-dollar software and a website, and we got all these beautiful products, state-of-the-art and award-winning, 300 celebrities. We got all this thing right now. But even that, so it's a lot easier now. But even now, though, when you launch, then you sit back. So, okay, I got this beautiful business. I got to tell somebody about it, right? So here you got your business comes with all kinds of tools, so you can start doing that. So what we're doing now today, we're going to talk about how we're going to approach the next phase. Because what we introduced last weekend changed everything on how we expand. So we're going to strategize a little bit tonight. And my whole target with tonight and moving forward is that, and I'm being really, really, really conservative. Honestly, I had a different number in mind, and I just said, just be conservative. You're gonna blow them out of water, but I know we're really shooting low here. So here's my target for 2021, that every single one of you will at least X2 your incomes. Every single one of you double your income this year, 2021. And that's like really, initially I wrote down X7 because I know you can do it. Some of you will do it. Some of you will do it. Now, some of you guys were on hopefully you were all on the call. And come on, team, let's get everybody from the other side to come here because the transition is kind of slow. We got to get everybody here. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you get all the messages that I sent you. Do the thumbs. Make sure you throw a bunch of messages under the video when it's loaded, so we can get some attention from YouTube. Of course, if you got a message there, people who are interested, they're going to look you up and send you a message, say, hey, tell me about this. So in any event, we took the stats in COVID, right, 2020, and we compared to 2019, and our average income growth in COVID, middle of COVID, in 2020 compared to 2019, average income had gone up by 73%, up by 73%. So we had a whole event show on this, right? And we set up some targets that who's going to beat that. I mean, we have some people who beat the 73%, and so remember we had that. So who's going to beat it? Who's going to match it, right? So I'm looking at what we just did. I'm thinking with the stuff we got right now, it's a no-brainer. It's probably I shouldn't be saying double because I know you guys can do much better than that. It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting. So all right, we started this new campaign. We're still working out the details. Man, we're such an international business now. You launch every time you launch a campaign, it has to be based on the base home country, which is Canada, and base currency, which is Canadian dollars. And of course, you do that. Generally, it's not a problem for a company that's operating 3 or 4 countries, which is most companies. But when you start to become like us, when we ship to 204 countries and territories, there's always all these countries that got special situations. So, we're going to be announcing. So the campaign is on, but there's going to be some adjustments for a couple of good adjustments for a couple of markets, just because of every country is a bit different. But it's going to be fantastic, and we call this freedom and speed because if you've built a business globally, then you know the challenges you can have. For example, ask anyone. There's many of you here. First of all, put down in the chat how many countries your business has gone into. Just put it there. I don't know, 10, 15, 30, whatever. Just put it in the chat, and because I want to see that what we just did, how significant how significant this is. So write down 43 countries for Vernicia. So put down in the chat how many countries is your downline has expanded to. 33 countries for Amergy, 30 countries for Rebecca, Shamila, 4, so far. All awesome. Go ahead, blow it up. Put it in the chat group. Guys, don't be lazy, right? This is training. You got to participate. Don't be walking around and try to listen. No, sit down. This is your training time. This is weekly. Weekly dosage of motivation, inspiration, information. Don't mess around. You mess around all week long with different things. That's fine. This is your business time. This is your Opulence time. Make sure you participate. 20 countries. All right. I want to see you guys participate here. All right, so if you try to build over, and in our business, well over 100 countries, there's a good stuff. All right, so once your business starts to go across any wall, because our business fashion line is everybody wants that all over the world, and you start opening countries with fashion, because and then we got some personal care lines. Of course, doesn't matter where you go to, people at some point you're going to hear about the Fountain of Life, and they want it, or they want the skincare line, Fairy Flawless. And those are products that in some countries, they would require product approval, especially the Fountain of Life because it's an internal product. So you start to realize that, when we have these products, the way we have in Safe Home Revolution, embedded in the initial package, then it causes problems. So, for example, you're building in 20 countries, and then in 3 of those countries, next thing you know, the first order might be okay, but eventually second, third order, then it's the customs says, okay, what is this? And so some people are getting letters and so forth. Good job, guys. Thanks for keep putting it out to 25.3. That's awesome. So we wanted to eliminate that customs issue. And of course, you could, vast majority of the countries allow you to have a personal consumption. So we can get the product in there. And most importantly is that there are some countries that said, like, we want to kind of focus our launch with a few products. And, now I am completely against that personally, because we can talk a lot about that in a different call. I think you need to use all the products yourself. If when you shrink your business by having less products to promote, then you weaken your business. It's that simple. Can you imagine Mercedes-Benz says, I only want to have one brand and one model? It just, it doesn't make sense. They expand. Everybody expands. They don't shrink it. So in any event, so by, putting out the new packages, eliminate a big problem for some countries in the initial package. That's one thing, because now we know you can launch anybody just like that, and you don't have to worry about can they get these products or not. You guys probably not aware, but these American companies that want to come to Canada, for example, almost every single one of them, if it's an American company and they got a whole, lineup of products, a few of them will never make it to Canada because there are some ingredients that's illegal. So this is what we just did. We just eliminated a whole little issue because you're going to go build globally, and so that's one area that we just corrected. And Renee, 130 countries, Charlene, 13 countries. That's fantastic. See, your business will grow automatically. Just look at the chat. Your business will grow automatically. So what we just did helped you so much, because you don't have to worry about, I can launch someone, they're going to get the kit or not. That part is done. They're going to get the kit, right? The second thing, so we call that speed, right? Speed, because not only it's going to get in, secondly, what we also did was make it all the same price. And this is fantastic. It's fantastic because before, it would be different in some countries. And, in some countries, actually, the product packages had to differ because, certain products could not, you can ask Ifra, she'll tell you, she's lost countries because the Fountain of Life wasn't allowed to go in. So we look at every situation as we expand, step 44 countries, fantastic. As we expand, is that we learn from those situations. And so we want to make your life easier. Right now, with the way we have it now, as of last weekend, you could build in 204 countries and the package gets there, your person gets launched, no problem. You couldn't say that last week, because as we ship out, most of the time it's okay, but sometimes there's going to be issues, and sometimes it gets bad where the country gets shut down because this one particular product requires. Now, this is the type of problem that every company has. I mean, every country has an FDA, so we eliminated a serious problem if you want to build globally, which you will build globally. Nora, 77 countries. Wow, Pamela, 16 countries. That's fantastic stuff. You guys are awesome. All right, so the second thing we did, we made it the same price. Unify the whole world together. It's not like before. Before we had 5 or 6 different prices for packages because in Kenya they got very high VAT and duty charges. And then we have the U.S. got the international markets. Singapore is different. So what we do with this one again, unify the whole world. You don't have to worry about how much is a LA package in this country or in that country. And there are a lot of countries we still don't even know because we're not quite there yet. So this is where it just gets fantastic. It's how easy it is now. Every country is the same price. It's shopping credits, boom. So it just became so seamless and amazing. And so that's the second thing that we want to, because speed and freedom. And the last about I think the biggest part is the freedom side, because a lot of people say that, especially pre-COVID, people would say, I love doing trade shows and And we had people that I would actually order 50 toothpaste, microservice toothpaste, and that's all they wanted to sell. They were focusing on that, and they were selling a ton of it because they're focusing on one product, right? There are people that just did home polish only for Fair Flawless. That's all they wanted to do, anti-aging skincare line. There are people who just wanted to do a flawless. So, with the packages, well, you didn't have really that flexibility if you wanted to zero in, on a few products. Now you got that option. You can zero in on a few products. So, we brought a lot. Speed of freedom. I'm telling you, there is not a company on the planet that can do what we just did. And for a simple reason. This is why no one's ever done it. And even till today, 16 years, and nobody can do it. For a simple reason. Because of fashion line, we had to develop a system that people, because like 1,000 SKUs, right? That people could choose what they want. How do you create a starter pack with a bunch of jewelry and fashion? You can't. We don't know what you want, your sizes. So we came up with the shopping credits format where it's like a gift card. It's like having a gift card, go and design a mall and buy for free, right? Shop for free. So that's the system we started in 2005. So we have that system in place. So with that system, now you basically launch and you have complete freedom what to get. The only thing we added was that we wanted to make sure that not everybody goes into one product. And you know what that is. We want to make sure that everybody uses all the products. You should be using all the products. But no one gives you that option, right? Nobody gives that option. With every other company, you do an auto ship, you get the same products that come. You only got 20 products anyway. So you got boxes in your basement. There's no boxes anywhere in Opulence Global in 16 years. It's the opposite. People say, I wish I had more shopping credits so I could buy that bag and watch your shoes or whatever. So what we just did was massive. We've done something no other company in the world can say they can do, which is you can come in and you have complete freedom to buy what you want. We basically give you 6 different shops under one roof, which is just awesome. Right? If you think we're awesome, just say we're awesome. Just put it in there. We're awesome. Just blow up the chat because we are awesome, right? The company is just absolutely awesome. For all the new people that just came in, lots of you coming in now, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Just go click on it now. So next time we do a video that you get it automatically. Make sure you click on the bell button that you get notified. You have to do that for all the content. And after the video is low, just put some messages there to make sure that we get the network marketer's attention on this. Good stuff. All right, so the first thing we did was speed and freedom campaign. Of course, we had to do with the packages. By end of this week, there's a couple of markets in Asia that we're going to make some tweaks and stuff like that because the situation is a little bit unique. But that's the thing, we're such a vast business, global business that how we manage this. Honestly, I don't know, but we managed to manage it. I guess we have really awesome employees here. Look at me at this time at the office, and we have you guys as the most awesome customers and partners, brand partners. So I want to congratulate you. Love you guys. So give yourself some love too. All right. So the first thing we want to talk about today. The second thing is the call to action, right? Call to action. And I really like that call to action thing where you go, hey, listen, you got 24 hours. And if you want, you can get 20% off. Like that's $350. That's a lot, right? And this thing is about stay-at-home economy right now, right? The stay-at-home economy where everybody needs to get in. Everybody. It's incredible. I'm in Richmond Hill here. For the past 11 or 12 years, we've been in this office. And I've looked around to, expand. We couldn't find, so we have multiple warehouses all over the place because we just couldn't find the space. That's how bad it is. Today, you see signs go up everywhere. And team, I'm really excited because this week we looked at a head office, and I'm really excited. But if we get it, it's actually, I wouldn't tell you the name because I know Renee will be checking it. So it's a head office of one of the most prestige audio brands in the world. So, head office of, the brand, but we'll tell you about later. So it was a head office. So I'm really, really excited about this. It's a really, really cool place. And it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And anyway, we're off topic right now. So call to action is really cool because a lot of people are afraid to ask for the sale, right? So most people can do the job of doing the presentation. They do that part really well. Especially now, it's easy for us because it's just live, right? It's live online, multiple, different languages, different time zones. So it's easy to get people the tour, and people just don't know how to ask for the sale, right? So this is a part where, by the way, it's not just the network marketers. This is true with sales. The stat is 80% of salespeople are afraid to ask for the sale. If that's true for salespeople, that must be worse for non-salespeople, right? So just make sure, guys, that I see there's a lot of people on, but the likes are not there. So make sure you like it, you subscribe, do all that stuff. Get yourself connected, get your team connected, because at the end of the day, there's two parts to MLM. One is get them in. This is when they launch. The second part is keep them in, which is training for them to be able to commit long term and succeed. And if you don't get the second part, which is a lot of people miss, you're on a treadmill. You're just basically recruiting, and you're losing. And that's not what MLM is about. MLM is about getting them in and helping them, keeping them in. Now, we have some incredible systems like what you're doing right now, so it makes it easy for you to do it, right? So make sure you like, subscribe, you share it with everybody. So anyway, so a lot of people are afraid to ask for sales. So I sat down thinking, what if you have like a silent closer, right? A silent closer. What if you give you a reason to call somebody? How many times it's happened where you had a restaurant, you had a good meal or saw a good movie, and you were so excited and you just had to tell people? Well, how do we create that in this business, right? So we know a lot of you are actually getting a lot of people on these tours, which is great, but it's the close side for some of you that becomes difficult. And that's what the call to action campaign does, because now you have a value proposition right after the call. Listen, we got to talk. Listen to this. We're going to talk right after the call because we need to talk about something. So he comes and listen, you saw that. There's a call to action. You got 24 hours. You save $350. It's 20% off. And as you know how it is, a lot of people get excited after the tour. I mean, it's a beautiful company, and beautiful products, and beautiful people. We are, when you look at our business, you got to like it. You got to love the company. But a lot of time people don't know how to make a decision, right? They just kind of stuck there. They don't know how to make a decision. A little bit scared, a little bit confused. Maybe they didn't catch, they came late, whatever. They really need your guidance. I find new people, especially, afraid to call back to say, hey, come and join me, right? So the call to action thing solves that problem, because now you have to call them back and say, listen, you got $350. You got $350 that you could save, and we need to get your VIP account open right now. Of course, you get a VIP, it's a free account, and then now they got 24 hours. And make sure you do that too, because that's the whole thing, right? When you get the VIP, they know they got 24 hours, all right, to make a decision. If you don't open the VIP, I suppose they figure they can open the VIP anytime. That doesn't suit you well, right? That's not what you want, right? You want them to make a decision, because here's the thing about MLM, and you basically got 72 hours to get someone to say yes or no. If you go past 72 hours, it becomes a very long process after that. And when I was building, I wanted an answer. I really wanted an answer, because I knew there's 7 billion people out there that can be talking to. I'll never get to that. So I need, if you're going to say no to me in 6 months from now, I want you to say no to me in 2 days from now, in 48 hours from now, in 24 hours. That's why I love the forensic box, right? I mean, no 6-month file, next. So it's really important that, you guys use this call to action. I talked about that on the call, that you need to create trainings and strategy sessions on that one slide alone. And that's the call to action slide. Because people look at your prospects. You all know this. Your prospects look at a business and they love the business. They love the products. But if they're not making a decision, that's the slide to make them make the decision. Because we need to have a conversation. And that conversation is about like and trust and confidence, right? And so the value proposition, aside the fact that it's a value proposition, it's the reason why you're calling them. It's a reason why you're building like and trust. You want them to ask those questions. The 7 magic words. Is there anything else I can clarify? Is there anything else I can clarify? You want to keep asking that question. Is there anything else I can clarify? It says, yeah, how about this? You answer that question. Is there anything else I can clarify? Yeah, how about this? You answer. You keep asking questions. You keep saying those 7 magic words till they run out of questions and they join. they close themselves. But the call to action gives you a reason to pick up the phone and call them right afterwards, to go to a breakout room on Zoom, or it gives you a reason. You got 24 hours. And you don't want to take it off at you, 2 days later when they finally come. So, well, you didn't tell me. Why'd you tell me? I would have done it yesterday. Why'd you tell me? I love the call to action. And a lot of times, I know I'm weird like that, right? I can go to a place and I don't know, maybe I'm the only weird one. I go there, they're selling a $3,000 suit. And look at, well, I may not want it, whatever. And so it says, sir, you know what? We take that suit right now. We got this, they got a special name for it, but really it's damn scarf, handkerchief, right? I got a perfect one to go with it. And you know what? I'm going to give it to you as a gift. Just because he said that, okay, bag it up, man, bag it up. So at the end of the day, it's just enough to get people over the fence. So your silent closer, it's that right there. It's that call to action. It's just fantastic. One of the things is I really hope that you guys have an appreciation, I think, for this, because I think somebody said something about to our PBS that oh yeah, the CV on the call to action is not the same. Look, first of all, we're one team, right? There are countries like Kenya, they got a massive discount on everything. I'm happy for them. Canada had to pay more. Not that they pay more, they just get more products. That's all it is. You got to understand something. In one team, you want everybody to grow. But it doesn't really matter where you live. Look at how many countries that your business is going to grow to. You saw that earlier, right? 40 countries, 10 countries, 100 countries. That if you're here in this business, with this call, you're not here to make a few bucks in your neighborhood. You're here to build a business globally. So the better we make the business, the more seamless the business becomes globally, right? The easier your business grows, right? The easier it is for you. It's easier for your people. It doesn't even have to be you. If I ask here, I know, for example, we had, there was a lot of you here. Rebecca, she was here from Ottawa. Now, Rebecca, how many countries, again, just put it in the chat. I'm going to make a demonstration here. How many countries is your business in? I think it was like 40 or something, right? Rebecca, just put that there. And second thing I want you to say, Rebecca, is how many of those countries did you personally sponsor people into? Because it doesn't matter if you think you can build globally, your team will automatically go to all these other countries, right? So you want a system that enables your people, your team, to be able to expand the wings and go and just blow it up so you can become a multi-millionaire. So it's imperative that we keep on working globally. Another thing too, guys, I really hope that you should have appreciation for is that yourself, during COVID, everything doubled and tripled in prices. I just did a fence in my mother's house in Ottawa. I could not believe. They told me it's going to cost you 3 times more than you. So usually it costs $2,500 for a little piece because it's a small little area we want to get done. It was like $7,000. And the thing was, lumber is 3 times the price. So how the prices just skyrocket through COVID. Now, with us, not only are raw ingredients skyrocketed, not only are FedEx and shipping is skyrocketed, our sea shipment or cargo skyrocketed. Everything is skyrocketed for me. And every time my bill came, my accountants came here. I got 3 of them here for me. The numbers don't add up. Like, we're losing money. You gotta pass some of that cost to the team. But because we had COVID going on, I thought about it a few times. I said, you know what? This is what I call a pandemic relief. Like, okay, I'll take the hit. Let them be free. Okay, we don't need to go raise anything on our people. It's already hard enough out there. That, people are kind of depressed already. I'm going to, I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit. I don't. So I did that for a year and a half. This is not something we did one time, right? For an entire year and a half, I raised nothing on you. I took all the hit. Right? So when a company does that, you should say, you know what? We know the company has our best interest at heart. And so all we did right this time, I think we increased the retailer. Not retailer. We increased the website. I think it was from from 225 to 270, $50 or something. So it doesn't really change much for us, but we have doubled our IT team now. I figure, over time, at least he tries to subsidize a little bit of that side because we keep on hiring programmers because we got some amazing things in store for you guys. So Rebecca says that she's only sponsored in one country, right? She's in 30 countries. So here's the thing. So her team has gone to 30 countries and she's only sponsored in one, right? So do you think it's important? I mean, many of you, all of you, you can just put it out here in the chat so people can see. Everyone's the same. So do you think it's important that we have a system that's seamless so your people can expand? So of course you do. You want to go to Europe. You want to go to Australia. You want to tap into Africa. You want to go everywhere. So what we just did was just absolutely massive. And by the way, no one in the world, there is not another company in MLM that can do that. Nobody has a shopping credit system. Nobody. We have that because we have 1,000 SKUs, and we created a system years ago. So it's a big deal. So the call to action becomes a silent closer for all you shy people that, well, okay, how do I ask? Well, call to action. It's a value proposition. You call them up, and you know what I would say? I said, look, Charlene, I paid $1,800. I paid $1,850. I don't know where you guys are in the world, And some of you guys, older people, Noros of the world, hey, I paid $5,000 because that's what she paid. Because our LA package, if you're new, it was about $3,600 US. At the time when you did the conversion, when we first got started 15 years ago, 16, it went up almost 5,000, sometimes over 5,000 Canadian. How much is it today? It's 1,800 Canadian LA package. So, but you can tell your people, hey, listen, I pay 1,800, 1,850, but next 24 hours you can get the same package for you. All the benefits, financial benefit of the package, and you can get it for 1,500. So we can save you about $350. It opens up another conversation between you and the prospect, another chance for you to answer their questions. Remember one thing, during the close period, right? We call that post-tour in forensic. They got about 99% of the information they need, by the way. Trust me in this. They may ask questions, but very rarely somebody really needs more answers. They're just looking at you, and they're thinking within themselves, is he or she strong enough to lead me to success? Because they don't tell you this, but a lot of people don't know that self-esteem issue, right? They don't know if they can do it or not. Doesn't matter how successful they're somewhere else, but here they really don't know. They're excited, but like, okay, well, can I really do this? And they're hoping your demeanor, your information, they're hoping that your strength, your confidence will come out, that will tell them, okay, I want to follow her. I want to follow him. So that one slide, the call to action slide, this is where the magic happens. So I sit here as a forensic networker, 32 years, all of this, and I know where the action happens. I know where the decision is made. I know where the rubber meets the road. Don't take that lightly. If you master that one slide, the call to action slide, you're going to have I'd say conservatively 75% close ratio. Some of you would have 100% close ratio. I'm telling you. Because if you do the like and trust properly, and we got a value proposition like that, and they know that you paid more than they did, you paid more, in some cases 2-3 times more, and they know in 24 hours from now they're not going to get the deal, you become a master of that. That's how important this is. So leaders, pay attention. You need to put strategy sessions just on that one alone. All right, so today, we're going to get really aggressive on the market, right? Stay-at-home economy is here to stay. Everybody is at home. I see buildings emptying out left and right. So every company's decided, no, we don't need to get people to come. We don't need these big offices. We're going to shrink, send people home or lay people off or whatever the case is, right? So every direction you look, home right now is the epicenter of work. That's what it is. And interesting part is for the last 20 years, I've been hearing how companies want to send people home, work from home. But it never got traction. COVID, though, forced everybody and every company home. And now that the companies have tasted, this is really good. I can cut my rent down in half, cut my staff time down in half, get rid of all the people who I don't need, keep only ones that I do need. They'll never go back. So we know 50% of jobs will not return in some industries. So, and the home, and even the ones who have a job, they want to work from home. So that we know that as well. So it's the stay-at-home economy, right? And guess who has been perfecting that for the last 16 years? Us. For the last 16 years, we've been doing this. We've been perfecting this last 16 years, way before this became, a necessity. And because we're a global business and our e-commerce is so strong and website, and I'm telling you, this is where, we can, that's what when I say you can do X3, X4 your income. Because before, when you prospect people, your first challenge you had to face was somebody was used to going to work at an office. That was the norm. The norm was going out to make money, earn an income. That's not the norm today. That's not the norm today, right? And we've all heard how everybody, government, they're all working from home, right? So the norm today changed from go out being income to no, income is at home. Even if you have jobs, income is earned from home. Wow. And we are on the forefront of all of that. So we get really aggressive on this thing. So today we did a lot of work. Danny and I, we sat down and the virtual launch PowerPoint. We're working on it now. And shorten it. So we are going to implement the PowerPoint because I think for some of you guys it would be easier, because we're going to shorten it. And starting next week, QP group and QT group, get ready. I'm going to send you a message tomorrow or the next day. QP is qualified presenters. We have a group that are qualified presenters, and we call upon them to do our corporate stuff. And, it's kind of a close inner circle of the company, people we trust that they can do the good job on this. Many of you on this. If you're a QP, put your hand up, throw some love or something out there. And we have QT. We got qualified trainers. This is the next level where people we trust to do trainings, and they're excellent, fantastic trainers. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to have our two super corporate trainers, Danny and Rico. And starting next week, they're going to start doing the virtual launch product showcase. So they're going to do it in between the two of them. And then they're going to go to the QP group and QT group, and we're going to schedule how we did the leadership cocktail. By the way, it's not an awesome call, the leadership cocktail. The leadership cocktail is just fantastic, isn't it? Good stuff, Shamila. Good stuff. Congratulations for the QP. So, so now we're going to have you guys, and you're going to become the presenter. One lunch between 12:30. It's a 15-minute session. So we're going to do a virtual launch. I can tell you, virtual launch is where you can go make yourself $100 a day, $200 a day once you start doing it. It's just that simple. We got products that you can very easily, as long as you're doing it, you can make 100, 200 a day. And this is where, by the way, a lot of MLM is going to, because, a lot of people don't have strong systems that we do. So they're more like direct sales, right? In Americas of the world, or Avons of the world, whatever. So, there are people who are, I'm selling more into retail right now. And we have the best products most retailable products you can get out there. So we're going to look at all the QPs putting their hands up. I love it. Put it up. Go ahead. Show off. So virtual launch PowerPoint is ready. And good stuff, Joy. Look, we got a QP in Australia. How cool is that? I love it. How this company is just one family. Geography doesn't matter. All right, so the virtual launch is going to start next week. We're going to make a lot of cash. So noontime is cha-ching time for all of you. Noontime is cha-ching time. So you're going to need your Safe Home Revolution. Make sure you get that. Get your MO box, because at the end of the day, your customers all have to go in here, right? No, get prepared, guys. This is, unless you think this is something you're going to do, it's going to be kind of dabbling with, and, it's something that, whatever, I'm just here. Unless that's the case, whatever. If you think this is going to be, look at the hands go up, wonderful. Philippines team, loving it. All right. So if you believe that this is your stay-at-home economy vehicle, because stay-at-home economy is not your choice. It's there. It's here now. It's the future. It's here right now. So it's not this is something else. But if you believe this is your vehicle, then just do it right. Don't mess around. Stop messing around. Just do it right. All right. You want to spend $1,800, spend $100. Get your MO box. By the way, soon today we had a special call with Nigeria, just the leadership, and the entry to get on that was they had to have the MO box. If you don't have the MO box, you're going to get. So of course they all had their MO box, and we did a fantastic private training for them because we're doing something really cool for Nigeria. But then we get to that a little bit later on. So you want to make sure you have your Safe Home Revolution, and you got your MO box. And noon is going to become 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You can choose whatever time you want, but we're going to choose a time where we're going to do it, and then you guys, of course, can do it 10 times a day if you want to. But afternoon is where you set a target for yourself. You want to put $100, $200 in your jeans every single day. You're out there selling. You know what's going to happen when you got 20, 30 customers, and that making that $100, $200 it becomes automatic because it's the same customers that come back to renew whatever they bought before that's running out or try something new you have. We got so many SKUs. We always have these things for Valentine's and whatever. We got look at those Posh stuff or fairy stuff that's coming out. Oh man, this Selenium piece of those shoes. I mean, can you imagine doing a virtual launch? Hey ladies, shoe day tomorrow, virtual launch. Come and check out my new collection. They all jump on board because they know you put a good show. You have fun with it, and you get all your shoes. You know your stuff. You're just having fun. It's incredible how many people are making fortunes on YouTube. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people are making fortunes on social media. It's not that difficult. Look, I'm learning how to do some of this stuff. Just take one step at a time. One step at a time, right? So we'll make it easy for you. We put the concept together. It's called a virtual launch product showcase. You have all the products. You got the state-of-the-art software and website. And we tell you, go get a Safe Home Revolution, get an MO box, and we put our corporate trainers are going to be doing it for an entire week. You're going to look at that. There's a PowerPoint already made up for you. The Zoom system is already there. Simple. You watch them for a couple of days. You go, where do I get that Zoom thingy? Because I can do this. It's cha-ching time. I need to start doing my own shows in the afternoon. Every one of you should be doing your own shows. Go get your show. And we give you everything. We give the PowerPoint, we get you the products, we give the training, we give her everything. So in the afternoon, it's cash money, right? It's like selling products, making a lot of cash, $100, $200 a day should easily be done. And at nighttime, it's the coffee tour. So what we've done with that as well, we're shrinking that. It's a little bit too long. So we're shrinking that. We're looking at this. And now the product comes out because the whole idea was a product to be done in the afternoon in the product showcase, virtual showcase. And now at nighttime is for people who just will look at the numbers. So we're going to make the night tour, the coffee tour, shorter, more exciting, numbers. People who just want to come in, don't waste my time, show me the numbers. Because there's a lot of people who are like that, who are like, okay, don't waste my time, show me the numbers, right? So that's what we're going to do at nighttime. So you're going to find the night tour is going to be shorter, just a lot of numbers, and get people. So if somebody wants to know about the products afterward, no problem. After the coffee tour is over, give them a virtual lunch. How cool is that, right? So so virtual dinner, whatever. So at the end of the day, because now we got two separate, you can put them both together. You can do them separately, and now you can customize because there are a lot of people that would say, what, I love your products. Well, you know what? Or someone would say, what, Charlene, I just want to, Pauline, I just want you to, I just want to support you. All right, what do you got? I want to support you. All right, buddy. Okay, great. Let's get on. Remember, virtual launch is supposed to be fun, right? It's fun. Boom, boom, boom. Look at the shoe just came out. Look at this necklace, whatever. You don't even have to those type of products there. Those type of products, you could actually, take some of your favorite, be prepared with some of your favorite products and new releases, and you can use it in a PowerPoint and so forth. But the Safe Home Revolution, you want to make sure that they know that you're using it, right? Because I can tell you, the stuff that people use, they want to see you use it first, right? Shoes is something different, right? That's, but if you talk about spray, if you talk about a toothpaste, you talk about F4, they want to make sure that you're using it, and then you can talk about it. All right, so that's number 3, the virtual launch PowerPoint. It's gonna be short. and it's going to be a lot of fun. The coffee tour is number 4. It's going to be shorter again, not short, but shorter. And lots of numbers, fast, 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 fast. People want to know, okay, this is a stay-home economy. I get it. I want to get in. Is your vehicle fast enough? Is your vehicle the right one? Is your vehicle luxury enough? It's like buying a car, right? You know, is it luxury enough? Does it feel good? Does it ride nice? Is it fast enough? So those are the type of things we're going to, here's our financial stay-at-home economy vehicle. We call Opulence Global. What the name, right? Opulence. We're Opulence. How often is that? Somebody told me the other day, he says, what's your website? I said, opulence.com. He said, okay, what's your website? Opulence.com. No, I know, but the website is opulence.com. He said, you have that domain? So it's a big deal. It is a big deal. We have Opulence. So anyway, so and the last thing I want to talk about, is we're going to, I mentioned earlier that we're going to get really aggressive in our approach. Listen, I'm not going to say, I'm not about you. I don't know about you. I'm not going to sit back and let other companies take a market share. I'm not going to do that. No way. 16 years we're prepared for this. 16 years we're prepared for this. There's companies that are just launching right now to try to get into this. There are companies who are rushing. They're scrambling to get an iMac so they can do to get into this. I'm telling you, there are old companies who are trying to get the infrastructure in place so they can get into this. We have been into this for 16 years. We are so well prepared for this. We have the best system, best products, we have everything. We got you guys, you go to all our social media group, you see so many content we create. Look what we're right now. Look what we're doing right now. So I'm not sitting around letting other people eat a lunch from a lunchbox. No way. We are very prepared. We are the best at it. There's no way that anyone can come and compare themselves to us unless we sit on the sideline. If we're not on the field and playing the game, then someone else will play the game, right? So no, we're going hard. I'm starting what I call now the Global Blitz campaign. Global Blitz campaign. And that's what that Nigeria, the special Nigeria called. Stella was on that, and I think some of our team, and was all about. So we had a special training for me and Danny, and we're going to bring Nigeria to the rightful place, which is top 3 and potentially number 1 back, because these guys they ruled, in between 2012 and 2014 before the banking system shut down that country, and all the foreign companies, we really couldn't do anything because of. But they're coming back. They're coming back hard. So we did a fantastic planning for it today. We did this, we call it the Blitz campaign, Nigeria Blitz campaign. And you're going to see some big noise coming out of Nigeria soon. If you're from Nigeria on the call, sure, make some noise. Throw it out there. Let people know. Okay, Paul is on. Go ahead and make some noise. We're going to do some big things. So once this was for us, it's a pilot project. We're kind of testing it out with some leaders. Next call, we're going to make an announcement. It's for everybody. We're going to tell all you guys. We're going to tell everybody that, all right, who do you know in Nigeria? Who do you know as Nigerian in your country, in your neighborhood? Or just go look for Nigerians, right? Anyway, 160 million Nigerians around the world is a lot. In Nigeria is a lot of work. That's a lot of people. There's probably another 160 million outside Nigeria. So we're going to say, go out there. We're putting together our pre-launch. And I gave them a promotion that just absolutely knocked their socks off. They're revved up to go. Nigeria's going to make a huge comeback. Huge comeback. So we did that this afternoon at 3:30 our time. And the next, maybe, who knows, we're going to say, okay, guys, get ready. The next Global Blitz campaign is going to go to Philippines. There's Filipinos all over the world. There's Filipinos right here in Toronto. In everywhere there's Filipinos. I mean, I go to St. Martin. It's an island of 50,000 people. And there's Filipinos running grocery stores. So then we go, okay, guys, who do you know is Filipino? Guess what? Then we're going to get everybody this special call, and we're going to give you the same training we give to the Team Nigeria today. I'm going to give you this knockout promotion. It's a 30-day blitz, and we're going to go crazy with it. This is how we're going to conquer one country at a time, one country at a time. So this is what's all about. There's a lot going on in our company. If you're sitting on the sidelines, just don't. Look, how many times we say, in that area, I should have bought a property in that area, that land. It was really cheap back then, and look how expensive it is today, right? How many times, we think back, I wish I would have done that. And in 10, 15, 20 years from now, I'm telling you, you're going to look back where everybody's working from home. MLM is just rocking. It's the fastest, biggest industry in the world. Everybody is attached to some type of MLM system. And you're going to say to yourself, damn, I was there when this whole thing got started. I know how many times I've run into people in my 32 years that tell me, I joined Amway in the 1960s. Okay. 30 years later, they're sitting in front of me. They didn't do anything. They didn't make a penny, right? Because they never stayed there, right? They never do anything. Don't let that be you. This thing is huge. The stay-at-home economy is huge. And you're the right place with the right company, with the right platform, right training, right everything. It's a turnkey. We've given you the key. You got the key in your hand. You're watching. You're looking at the vehicle. You got a place to go. You got lots of places to go. All right, so let's get on. So let's not sit back and let other companies expand quicker than we are. Go get your market share. With what we just introduced right now, a Speed and Freedom campaign, you can build anywhere in the world. With our shopping credit system, you can build anywhere in the world. With our fashion line, you can build anywhere in the world. If there's a country that says you can't have this product or that product, doesn't matter. We got other products. We can build anywhere in the world. I'm revved up. Can you see? I'm really revved up. See, so my staff tells me, 16 years we've been doing this. You ever get every time we see you, you're revved up. That's true. I'm revved up because it doesn't matter where we're now. I just see where it's going. It doesn't matter how good things get. I kind of celebrate that for about 3 seconds. I'm on the next. I'm on the next because it's there. Amazon became the world's largest corporation. What did they do? They got the washed up, watered down version of Opulence. They don't have nothing we do. It's seriously a horrible system. Try to open an Amazon store. The policies and procedures, how difficult it is. The 36 negative things about it. There's a list about that. You have to go find products. You got to go get it from China. Get it over here. Hopefully it gets here what you ordered. And so then you have policy. You got to create your own return policy. You got to create your own privacy. You got all these things, policies and procedures. You got to buy the product, ship it to Amazon, pay rent, follow the system. Hopefully nobody else is going to come to compete with you and hijack your store. This nightmare stuff that goes on. And I sit there thinking to myself, how did these guys become the world's largest? You know why? For one reason. Because they give people a platform to go start a store through e-commerce. That's it. Amazon became what they are because Amazon themselves doesn't have a lot of products. It's people who open stores selling stuff. So they offered an e-commerce solution to people, although it's like root canal. And all of that root canal scenario to get one form of income, which is retail profit. We do all of that for you. We've done $100 million worth of research and development for products that is exclusive to you. We've done all that. It's in a multi-million-dollar platform we've given to you for free, basically. We do all the customer service. We do the collection for you. We do the guarantees. We got all the policies and privacy. We've done everything for you. And you got 12 ways of making money. 12 ways of making money. And with Amazon, the world's largest, they give you one way of making money. Retail profit. Guess what? Amazon wants the rest of the market. I'm not sitting there giving it to them. You shouldn't sit there giving it to them. You have a platform far superior than Amazon platform, far superior than Amazon platform. So let's go. Next 5 years, let's go get our market share. Go get your market share. Next 5 or 10 years, let's go. Let's go build you $1 million a year business, right? I'm saying 5, 10 years. I mean, obviously, you know, you can do that much faster. But let's go. If you had a business doing $1 million a month, like Renee and Reza, all these guys, you know, wow. Yeah, wow. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started. Anyway, so I'm pretty revved up, as you can see. There's a lot coming out. We're not sitting in the back office. Here we're working up Bunzo. We're expanding to bigger offices. You know, we're working all the systems. Our people are working on different things. We're doubling our IT team. We're doubling our graphic team. We're doubling our PBS team so you guys can get a better service out of here. We're doing everything on our end. The question you got to ask yourself, are you doing everything on your end? Is Opulence Global a really nice movie for you to watch, or you're one of the actors? Are you in it as one of the players and actors, or just a nice movie to watch? I'm going to end with that. All right, so this was good. I'm going to maybe read some of your comments here. I wish you guys could just speak. You know, so is there anything you want to throw out before we shut down? And we're already 2 minutes over. Before I let you guys go, okay, Pons, why wait when we have everything we need? That's right. That's absolutely right. While you're here, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You click on the bell buttons to get notified every time the video is out there. Make sure that you share the link with everybody. And I mean, just it's easy to share, right? Share the link with everybody in your team that missed this call. Make sure once the video is loaded that you throw a bunch of comments down there. Let's get some algorithm going. And this is the future. I'm sure you can see how we are evolving. And that's the company you want to be with. The company is agile on its feet. It's never comfortable. I could be comfortable. But if I'm comfortable, we don't evolve. We don't evolve. Your business remains the same. I'm going to close with this. I had a chat with a CEO last week, and they're a company, they're a world-sized company. And at one time, they were maybe even bigger than us, but COVID killed them, and they're just completely in trouble. And talking to the staff, what we hear from them is basically the company never evolved. You know, apparently, you know, the website and the software is primitive, and I hear this all the time. This is that the reason why we are the bright star in the MLM platform is because we never stop moving. My whole concept, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. We believe that. We believe that. We live it, right? We're constant. The concept will keep on evolving. I believe that. I believe that. Reset, refresh. That's right, Rebecca. I believe that. It's those concepts that keeps us fresh. Here's another one for you. When you're fresh, you're ripe. When you're ripe, you're rot. We don't want to ripe. You want to stay fresh, because when you're ripe, you rot. Right? Hopefully this was beneficial to you. You got some work to do, some reset, refresh to do. With that, stay forensic and to the billion. Love you guys.